We have spoken of the joy of being a child's first book, a life of love, tatters, and infinite stories. But for every book that is loved to pieces, there is another that suffers a far quieter, sadder fate. Imagine being born with the same potential. You are crafted from paper and ink. Your spine is strong, your cover is inviting. Inside you lies a universe, a gripping mystery, a revolutionary scientific theory, or a heartbreaking romance. You are a vessel of knowledge waiting to be poured out. You are placed on a shelf in a vast library, surrounded by thousands of your kin. You wait for the hands that will open you. You wait for the eyes that will devour you. But they never come. Days turn into years. Years turn into decades. You are moved from the new arrivals shelf to the general stacks, and then perhaps to the basement archives. You are never checked out. You are never opened. You remain a sealed chest, your treasure locked away in darkness. Is there a more melancholy existence? To be a voice that never speaks. To be a seed that never grows. Today, we walk the quiet aisles of the forgotten stacks to explore the silent tragedy of the library book never read. Chapter 1. The Birth of Hope. Every book is born with an inherent optimism. The author spent years writing it. Editors polished it. Designers created a cover meant to catch the eye. It is printed, bound, and shipped with the expectation that it will be consumed. When it arrives at the library, it is given an identity. It gets a call number on its spine, its address in the city of books. It gets a barcode, a magnetic strip, a stamp of ownership. It is cataloged in the system. It is ready. In the beginning, it sits on the display shelf, chest out, proud. It watches patrons walk by. It sees hands reach out, but they grab the bestseller next to it. They grab the thriller with the flashy cover. Our book is passed over. Next time, it thinks, the next reader is the one. Chapter 2. The slow drift into obscurity. But next time doesn't come. As newer books arrive, our book is migrated. It moves from the front of the library to the endless rows of shelves in the back. Here, the tragedy of the spine-out life begins. A book is meant to be opened, to be spread wide. But on the shelf, it is reduced to a sliver of color and a few words of text on its spine. It becomes a brick in a wall of paper. It is squeezed between two other books. It feels the pressure of their covers. It smells the slow acidification of the paper around it, the old book smell that we humans love, but which to a book is the scent of slow decay. Dust begins to settle on its top edge. This dust is the hourglass of the library. A thin layer means weeks. A thick gray blanket means years. It is a physical manifestation of neglect. The book stands stiff and upright, its pages pressed tight together in the dark, preserving words that no one is reading. Chapter 3. The Ghost in the System. In the digital age, the tragedy deepens. The library's computer system knows the truth. It holds the statistics. Date added. October 14th, 1998. Total checkouts. 0. Last circulated. Never. The book becomes a ghost in the database. It takes up space on the shelf, and it takes up bytes in the server, but it has no impact on the world. It is a zero circulation item. Librarians have a term for this: weeding. It is the process of removing books that aren't being read to make room for new ones. Our book lives in constant fear of the weeding list. It knows that its lack of scars, its pristine condition, is not a badge of honor. It is a death warrant. A book that looks brand new after 20 years is a book that has failed. Chapter 4. The Tragedy of Unshared Knowledge. The true heartbreak is what lies inside. Perhaps this book contains the perfect poem to comfort a grieving widow. Perhaps it holds the specific historical fact a student needs for their thesis. Perhaps it is a story that would have changed someone's life. But because it remains closed, that potential is wasted. The knowledge is suspended in a state of quantum superposition. It exists, but it doesn't matter because it hasn't been observed. It is a silent scream. "I have the answer," it cries to the empty aisle. I can make you laugh. I can make you cry. But the aisle is silent. The lights flick off at closing time, and the book is left alone with its unshared secrets. It is a battery full of energy with nothing to power. It makes you want to run to a library and check out the dustiest, oldest book you can find, just to save it. When was the last time you wandered through the stacks of a library just exploring? Let us know in the comments if you have a favorite hidden gem of a book that no one else seems to know about. And if you love books, hit that like button. It's a digital checkout for this video. Chapter 5. The Final Purge. Eventually, the day comes. The librarian walks down the aisle with a scanner and a cart. The scanner beeps. The book is pulled from the shelf. It feels the warmth of a human hand for the first time in decades. For a second, it feels hope. Is this it? Is it finally being chosen? But then it sees the stamp. Withdrawn. It is stripped of its identity. The barcode is blacked out. The library stamp is crossed through. It is no longer a library book. It is waste. Its fate varies. Maybe it is sold for pennies at a library book sale, giving it one last desperate chance to find a home. But often it is sent to be pulped. It is recycled. Its pages, which held a universe, are ground down into slurry to become cardboard boxes or toilet paper. It dies without ever having lived. It dies a virgin of the mind. Conclusion. The value of attention. So, why is it worse to be born as a library book never read? Because it is a life of pure, unadulterated rejection. It is a life of waiting for a connection that never happens. It is the ultimate symbol of missed opportunity. Every unread book is a conversation that never started. It is a reminder that we create far more than we can consume, and that in the noise of the world, quiet wisdom is often lost. But there is a lesson here for us. The value of a book, and perhaps a person, isn't just in what is inside, but in the attention it receives. We give life to things by noticing them, by reading them, by loving them. Next time you are in a library or a bookstore, look past the bestsellers. Look for the spine that looks a little lonely. Pull it off the shelf. Open it. Give it a moment of life. You might find a treasure. If you want to continue exploring the hidden stories of the world around us, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Until next time, keep reading and keep exploring.